Being a mother is a gift. The ability to grow a human being and give birth and wrap your arms around those sweet little babies is truly one of the greatest gifts imaginable. Friends, this shit is hard. It is hard. There isn't anything June Cleaver or Carol Brady about it. It's hard. Those TV shows give us an unrealistic idea of motherhood and blending families. I assure you, Carol Brady was sitting in the bathtub with a full bottle of wine hiding from those brats just like I do. Motherhood in its best form is really hard. It's a full-time job with no days off. When your kids are at school, you're still on the clock. You worry, is her lunch healthy enough? Were her clothes warm enough, or are they too warm? Because who can predict what Oklahoma weather's gonna do? What will people think? Seriously, this parade of thoughts happens to me at least twice a week. Is this just me? I mean, I've read all the blogs, I've read books, yet I still feel as though I should forget saving for college and just save for their lifetime of adult therapy. I have the honor of being a mother to two fabulous daughters, Mia, who is 7, and Caitlin, who is 19. Both very different girls. Both demanded very different mothering styles. I also embraced, through marriage, 2 teenage boys, Zach and Xander, who added a new spice to the mix. Mia, my youngest, my beacon of light, was a later in life surprise, as you can tell from the age difference. She's been life-changing for me. My Mia, she's been diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. It's a form of autism. I don't tell you that to feel sorry for me or sad for her. She's a gift. Though she presents challenges to a parent you might not experience with a non-autistic child, but she also comes with amazing gifts I get to experience and others don't. So don't feel sad for me. At a lunch recently, I sat next to a woman whose son has autism, and she was talking very openly about her son, which empowered me to say, my daughter is on the spectrum too. She sat her fork down and turned to me very seriously and began to give me a long list of things I need to do for Mia and with Mia. Because I was raised right, I smiled and nodded and thanked her for her extremely knowledgeable set of instructions, none of which translated to my own situation. Kids with autism and kids without are all very different, and there is no book, blog, or set of instructions to make it easier. What I wish she had said to me is, wow, I understand your challenges. I can tell you love her and are doing the best you can. Hang in there. No, she, with her extremely knowledgeable set of instructions, led me straight back into that second-guessing thought pattern of, oh gosh, this shit is hard. She's better off with wolves. Forget college. Save for therapy. This shit is hard, folks, and none of us can really ever know each other's situation. Even within my own home, my children's needs are very, very different. Caitlin couldn't be more opposite than Mia. She's beautiful and talented and passionate and just like me in almost every way. But she is 19. And I don't know if you know this, but teenagers are jerks. They are assholes. They are barely human beings from the age of 13 to 21. They know more than anyone could possibly know, or anyone who has ever existed before them. Their thoughts are groundbreaking on every level, and do not dare ever to relate to their situation, because you could not possibly. I was the most, she's here, I came to see her, thank God. I was the most amazing mother in the world until Caitlin turned 12. Then I became her evil nemesis. When Caitlin was 11, she was convinced I could win American Idol. She begged me to audition. I didn't. She literally said, Mom, you have the most beautiful voice of anyone. You could win the whole thing. We'll be rich and famous. True story. True story. Now fast forward 6 months, and this same child in this same car, as I'm singing probably the same song, screams, "Mom, you can't sing, get over it!" We can blame it on hormones if you want. I blame Nickelodeon. But I truly believe teenagers are not human beings. Now, as Caitlin continued to grow up and try to find herself, as we all do, I considered my job to love her and hunker down to survive the cold war of the teenage years without killing her or being killed. My goal was to keep her from running away with gypsies, doing drugs, and getting tattoos. I let her dye her hair strange colors only to hate it and dye it again the next day. I let her explore herself through music, art, and so many other things she would later quit. And oh, the judgment. Oh, the judgment from all the mothers out there, my own friends, her friends' mothers, her teachers. But guess what? This shit is hard. Being the mother of a teenager is hard. To add to the mix, as if this shit was not hard enough, last year I got married and brought 2 teenage boys into my life. Now, what do we know about teenagers? Right. Aside from the obligatory teenage asshole behaviors, they are all amazing little creatures. They are wonderful children who present as many gifts as they do challenges, but they are teenagers. And with all of this on my shoulders one day recently, the exasperation from all of the complications of mothering these 4 children had overwhelmed me. I was feeling completely lost, ready to give up, like a failure, when I heard the words of my mother, my beautiful mother-in-law, and my darling best friend and mentor, Anne, in my head. And in that moment, I knew how I would get through this. I would listen to my mother. In that moment, I heard my very own mother, my very strong, wonderful mother, remind me to stay strong. Then I began to hear my beautiful mother-in-law give me encouragement as I heard her say, "Mia is your gift." I heard Anne tell me, "You chose this path. You chose them, and they chose you. You chose it because you are strong enough and dedicated enough and patient enough and loving enough to do the work they need." In that moment, I knew this is my path, and being a mother to Caitlin and Mia and Zach and Xander is my chosen destiny, and I love being their mother. This shit is hard, friends. My mothers, all of them, have taught me great lessons of love and strength and perseverance. These are the things we need to be saying to mothers out there. Can we please all agree to unite today as mothers and stop the insanity of judgment and comparison and unsolicited advice? I assure you, moms are doing the best they can. Even when her child has been sent to school in Ugg boots when it's 70 degrees outside, I assure you I just did not know what the weather was going to be like. Can we please unite together as mothers and begin to cherish the amazing work and sacrifices happening? Can we support each other? Come on, this shit is hard.